You might be missing some of the benefits that stereo can provide.
What's up? Howdy. Welcome to the dojo. Got some Top Gear 2 music for you. Hopefully I don't get copy striked. We'll see. Might have to cut that out of the actual YouTube video. Let's bring this camera down just a little bit. Is that any better? Really? Alrighty. I need to shave. I know. Don't tell me. Hopefully some people will pop in for the stream, but I've been doing a lot of game vibe coding the last couple of weeks. You guys saw the start of it a couple weeks ago on a Friday and a Sunday. I worked on a game called Vibe Racer. Check it out. It's on my website, randroidsdojo. Or if you want to see all the code, it's on my GitHub, randroidsdojo. Okay, let's jump right in. The first game that I want to actually show you is not that one, because I think that one's honestly the most full-featured, fun one of the three that I've worked on since we last met like this. But I want to show you some other ones that I was working on as well that came later but didn't work out as well. We'll get to the good one. We'll save the good one for last. All right, so Vibe Gear 2, I have pulled up here the emulated version of Top Gear 2. This is the game that I was, what did I put on the GitHub? I think I said spiritual successor, open source and Vibe spiritual successor to Top Gear 2. A game I loved on the Super Nintendo back in the day. Great music, as you probably heard during the intro, or maybe it got cut out of the video, but it is amazing. And so I wanted to replicate that. But I wanted to use what I had learned so far in the Vibe Racer that we'll talk about a little later. Just the fun mechanics of racing and the way it did it with 3JS and all the normal web code that I use, my normal web stack here. It's very Next.js heavy, menu heavy type systems. Anyways, I'll just show you. So all these features here got vibed out over the course of, I guess, 2 weeks. On and off, a lot of like automatic just go from my from first Claude, and then most of it actually is probably from Codex. Codex 5.5 just kept going. I just kept on. I just told it to loop, add all the features. You know, so I started with a game design doc and gave it the stack that I wanted to use, pointed at the other repos that I have, and told it to go to work and don't stop. And do as much research as it needed. I had it do pull requests where it would check the code quality, tests, and all that, and it would only merge after fixing all of the Copilot recommended stuff for review. So it made it very stable. The downside, which is for the majority of my games, is I don't think this game is quite fun. I don't think the game found it's like the ball pit version. One of the very first things that I went hard on trying to replicate with vibe coding. I added all the features that ball pit had, but it wasn't fun. It just was missing something. And that's the same thing here with Vibe Gear 2. The 162 PRs worth of features, and it was still going when I opened my laptop today. It had paused because my laptop was sleeping or whatever, but it continued and finished off one more PR. You saw that 30 minutes ago. It added a bunch of procedural audio. Now, with that said, I didn't look at it 11 hours ago, 13 hours, 14 hours. I didn't look at it probably for 24 hours ago or 48 hours ago. So I don't actually know if maybe all of a sudden it's like better, but my guess is it's not. All right. Anyways, let me just show you real quick on the emulated version of the actual game. Sorry, I think I say real quick a lot. Let me show you Auckland, Australia. So this is what I loved about this game as a kid. You actually buy upgrades for your car. You start out losing races, or not winning them for sure, and you have to collect some winnings to upgrade and make the right upgrades. But yeah, I can't afford an engine there, can't afford tires, whatever. I don't know what the controls are on this, by the way. I think it's like SNES controls, so like maybe it's WASD, I don't know. Oh, that's the brake. But you get the vibe, right? I can go off-road there. It curves. it's all perspective. You're not actually moving anywhere, but it gets challenging. There's night mode, there's rain, there's actual turbo. What is it? Nitrous, and you could pick up refills of your gas, your nitrous. Pick up. I think you hit the wrong button, but you can pick up some cash if to help as well, especially in the early races where you lose a lot. But yeah, it's got real world places: Italy, Japan, Scandinavia. I love this game. You can put in it will give you a code too, as far as you get, and you can just enter those codes on the main menu. It's like built into the game that you would use codes to get back to your save. I don't know how to go back. There we go. Yeah, there you go. See, enter password. Anyways, really like the game. Music was fire. And so how did I even try to replicate that game? Did I tell Claude or Codex to just make me a spiritual successor? No. I actually took a step before that. I told ChatGPT 5.5 Pro, which, if anyone doesn't know, that's like the research model. It will think for, could be hours if you give it enough work. But I asked ChatGPT 5.4 Pro to make a game design doc, and I gave it examples of my game stack, or my tech stack for other games, and the game design docs and the breakdowns of the features and stuff, and it could look at my past repos and just see how it iterated to create different games, including Vibe Racer, and create a game design doc. And so what came out of that looks little something like, I'll just show you in the repo itself, but instead of blasting my ChatGPT, what it looks like is, at least what it looks like now. It did get updated. I think we tracked progress in there. Let me look. Game design doc right here. Maybe I could look at history. Yeah, here we go. So I guess this was just last week, not 2 weeks. All right, so the first version, what do you mean sign in? Why am I not signed in? I guess the first version was empty. Vibe Gear 2 is a fast, retro, modern, pseudo 3D web racing game where players survive aggressive road races, manage damage, earn credits, upgrade their ride, and climb through original themed racing tours. Okay, maybe it iterated for a bit. No, that doesn't seem right. Oh, I know what happened. Okay, long story. I don't really want to go too deep into it, but basically, I could not copy the research out of ChatGPT with the annotations in it. It's so annoying. So I tried a couple different things of like streaming different sections. Anyway, it eventually ended up getting completely rewritten. Was it this one? What is this? Oh, that's new though. Interesting. Okay, this is last week. This must have been it. Is this the full version? Okay, yeah, here's the full version, I guess. But I cut it out into sections to manage how large it was. ChatGPT could not save it with the GitHub MCP or the API. These are the sections it came up with. I wish I had the original prompt, but maybe I do. Oh yeah, here it is. All right, let me show this to you guys. All right, here's the prompt. Now, this didn't work out too well, as you'll see. I know I said I would show you the game, and I will. This isn't how I recommend you do it. I've tried this before. I think this is the same mistake that I kind of made with Ball Pit, except I didn't have ChatGPT 5.5 or whatever Pro back then, or if I did, I didn't use it for this. Instead, I had it go do web research recursively, and I'd put in these task files using this dots framework. Anyways, I had a bunch of markdown files of like breaking down exactly the things that I needed to learn about how Ball Pit worked under the hood or whatever, and it would go off and read articles and wikis and anything you could find, forums, to get more information on the requirements for the game. This was one session of the research ChatGPT 5.4 Pro model, basically based on one prompt, and it ended up spitting out the game design doc as you saw it in. Eventually, I got into GitHub, but it's huge, right? And there's annotations just to show you that these annotations are the worst part, because if you try to download, by the way, this actually does work if you export as Markdown, Word. I think Markdown fails; it will like corrupt the annotations, but you can do PDF and then you can convert the PDF. But if you copy, that doesn't seem to have the annotations. Whatever, it's annoying. The point is, here was the message, and this message actually was ChatGPT generated and copied or something. That's why it's got all these weird spacing. So my original prompt might be in here somewhere, but this is the prompt written to prompt the research model to write the document. It's crazy. But yeah, here it is. You are a deep research agent and senior game designer. Your task is to research Top Gear 2 for the SNES in depth. Then create a complete GDD.md file for open source fan-made spiritual successor named Vibe Gear 2. And then it added this disclaimer because I think it was getting shut down when trying to make this prompt by the policy guards for copyright or whatever. But it says, important, do not copy protected assets, names, track, music, sprites, UI, text, car designs, or exact proprietary content from Top Gear 2. This project should capture the design DNA and player experience of Top Gear 2 while becoming an original, legally safer. Legally safer? Safer than what? Safer than the original? What does that mean? Modern open source web game. Project context. I'm building a modern web-based racing game inspired by Top Gear SNES. Use my existing code base as technical context, so I gave it Vibe Racer, an earlier version of it. Study the repository enough to understand its current architecture, rendering approach, controls, building tool, game loop, physics style, asset structure, and likely extension points. Then design Vibe Gear 2 in a way that can realistically evolve from or reuse learnings from Vibe Racer. Research first. Before writing the game design doc, perform deep web research on Top Gear 2. Research both factual references and player-facing behavior. Cover at least core game loop, race structure, championship, world progression, track count, regions, and how locations are presented. Player car behavior and physics feel. Acceleration, braking, cornering, drifting, collision, off-road, slowdown, turbo, nitro behavior. The upgrade system, money reward economy, damage and repair system, weather and environmental effects, CPU, racer behavior and difficulty curve, split screen, multiplayer behavior, HUD and UI layout, menus and progression screens, audio and music design, visual style, palette, pseudo 3D, road rendering, background layers, roadside objects, cars, effects. What fans praise, criticize, or remember most. Differences between Top Gear 1, 2, Top Gear 3000 where relevant. Any technical details available about SNES era racing rendering that are useful for a modern implementation. Use reputable sources where possible, such as manuals, scans, retrospectives, gameplay videos, fan wikis, Moby games, the cutting room floor, interviews, technical articles, long plays, and community discussions. Clearly distinguish verified facts from inferred behavior. Output required. Create a single complete markdown file named conceptually, gdd.md. What do you mean conceptually? That's what it's named. The response should be the full contents of that file. Do not summarize the research separately unless it belongs inside the GDD. Include a research reference section at the end with links and brief notes about what each source contributed. Design goal. GDD should define an original game that feels blah, blah, blah. We talked about that. Modern browsers, open source, keyboard and gamepad controls, desktop first with possible mobile support later, which I ended up changing. I was like, no, I want mobile. What are you talking about? Solo play first. Optional local multiplayer, ghost racing as stretch goals, easy modding, community created tracks. So that was from my game, or Vibe Racer, the one I put a little more time into myself crafting it instead of just letting the bots write prompts for the bots. And that's actually a pretty fun part of Vibe Racer. I did not want that in this game because that didn't exist in Top Gear. Retro-inspired presentation without directly cloning copyrighted content. GDD must be extremely complete and implementation oriented, including enough detail that a developer could begin building the game from it. And then it just talks about the different structure, one set and pitch, design pillars, target audience, platform technology assumptions, spiritual successor boundaries, what should be inspired, what must be original, legal IP safety, naming art, topic area research summary, concise but detailed breakdown, core systems, player experience takeaways, known limitations to improve player experience goals, what the game should feel like in the moment, session length, difficulty curve, arcade, blah, 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 blah. So just like you could see the depth that this thing went, right? So where did it go wrong? It's a good question. And we're going to come back to that. Because you know what we're going to do now? I'm going to finally show you the game. Like I promised. Is there any sound? Let me look. There should be. It's funny. It doesn't even have sound on the menu. Pre-alpha, phase 0, scaffold. It's like you were literally running for a week straight. Okay, maybe not literally, had some breaks, but 162 PRs, and you're in the scaffold phase. Somehow, I think you messed up. So I haven't even been through all these menus. I'm going to start at the bottom. Oh, you know what? My chat was really minimized there. I couldn't actually see you, but it looks like we got a chatter. What's up? What are you building? Perfect. Glad you just asked. Games. So I've got 3 games I'm going to go through here that I've been building mostly on my phone. This one I actually did live on stream a couple weeks back. At least I started it, and then I just let Codex go wild with it, and it added so many features. Like this one's really fun, but I'm kind of building up to that one. I want to show you some of the other kind of failed, not quite as fun examples, but yeah, these are racing games, these 2, and then this one is inspired by Mouse PI for Hire, which I'll tell you a little bit about when I get there, but this one also didn't work out too well. Yeah, all these are playable on my website, randroidsdojo. Actually, the 2 new ones are not. The one I'm about to show is not, but I'm going to add it. But before I add it, let's play it. Let me show you what is working and isn't working about it. All right, I'm going to start at the bottom just because I haven't seen all this. So you can do miles per hour, kilometers. It's like it's got all these details because of that game design doc we just showed, right? It went full on. It even mentions it here, scaffold per GDD section 20. So all 20 sections of the GDD have been implemented. Yeah, it's got audio, some controls you can map to your keyboard. Even accessibility has been taken care of. Like this thing is feature rich. What it's not, it's fun. Difficulty even, oh my gosh, there's a locked mode, performance, auto tune for this device. What the heck performance is it doing? Sprite density? This thing is so crazy. Profile backup. Okay, so that's options. Garage, let's see what we got in the garage. It's all menu based, so like if I were to try to revive it or like make this fun, I think it needs to be more graphical, more interactive. Like this is just menus. What do you do for marketing and research of your project? That's a good question. I am not actually trying to sell or market or anything. I've got, I don't know how many games this is, but these are experiments. These are ideas. Like this one I thought this might be the first one to be my like first like finished game. Actually, one of the ones that I thought might be like, I'm gonna finish this game. I'm gonna make it fun, you know. It lasted for a couple weeks and I got bored. I'll skip the intro. Yeah, so that one's kind of cool. Before that, I went pretty hard on. Sorry if that is that tone too loud. I can refresh. I went pretty hard on this RTS that you can play from your phone. You know, like that was the plan, and it's got some cool stuff in it, and it is fully like fleshed out in that you can play a full game, and there's like there's this concept of time travel in here. Like it was never fully thought through, you know, and so again, it was overly complicated and the fun wasn't ever quite there. I like fleshed out a bunch of features before I made it fun. there's so many. I'm not going to go through them again, but you can see some of my old streams. But like I've tried different things just to see if I could do it. And like this one was me experimenting with 3D models like that were already rendered or whatever. That I didn't, not crappy models that I render that are inspired by AI and rendered. I'll show you one last thing, determined. So because it's non-deterministic, whatever. This one. Right, so this one you actually there's a small LLM, it's API based where you can put dragon and a weapon like scissors. How do you spell scissors? Scissors. And let's say fire, something not as obvious. Earthquake. That's gonna be so abstract. All right. It's kind of like Mad Libs or whatever, but look, this is all generated. So that's supposed to be a drag. Oh, mystery blob. What the heck is mystery blob? It's supposed to be a dragon. Okay, whatever. Oh, you know what? I think the LLM must not have worked, and these are fallbacks. I wonder if the LLM is broke right now. I haven't played this in a while. But anyways, it takes these generated art into like 3 or 4 different levels where I was just experimenting with different art, right? Like, so obviously these are all garbage, but the point is, like, I wanted to see what kind of different styles and even game mechanics that I could get off of like one mad-libbed thing. So even these little blobs here are the original generated items as well, original generated guys as well. This is one of the first ones where I introduced a leaderboard, and so that I got first time I used like a KV store with for sale, so that was cool. This one is just super abstract, stupid, but I wanted to experiment with voxels. You literally milk a cow, or not a cow, in this case it's a blob, dragon blob, I don't know. Yeah, so I can't remember if I added one more after this or not, but you could just see that I'm experimenting. But market it and get people to actually, play it is hard. But I do these streams, and a friend of mine, makes shorts of my streams and trying to grow my YouTube channel. By the way, I need to get to 500 subs. So if anyone is watching, please check me out. Same name, randroidsdojo over there. I can share if you're on YouTube. Cool. Yeah, generated music, another thing I've been playing around with. Okay. I get distracted. These streams are probably terrible to watch live, but my editor will cut it up. Let's finish going through this game. So this is the garage. Looks like I got a Sparrow GT. No damage yet. No installed upgrades. And the next race, so I haven't really done anything yet. Looks like these are the upgrades. I love upgrades. If you missed the beginning of the stream, this is based on Top Gear 2, and you could buy engine upgrades and stuff. And I just love that concept, and I've always wanted to make more of an kind of addicting, fun. Oh, I just want to play one more round so I can get that new engine, kind of feel. And so that's why I chose to remake this game as a spiritual successor or whatever. New cars, buy new cars, cool. But I haven't play tested any of this. There's no back button on this screen. That's funny. But because it's using Next.js routes, it kind of works like a web page. Even did a daily challenge, no results, start run, weather. This is interesting. Yeah. Crazy. Oh, you saw the game. I wasn't trying to show it yet, but this is practice. So you can change the weather. There's no other weather. Sorry, that sounds probably really annoying. I don't know if that worked or not. Oh, just like, what is it, like Speed Racer, like a futuristic car? Restart. I don't know what makes this practice. Like, I can't change anything. Ghosts. Oh wow, you can. Is it a ghost car somewhere? Where's the ghost car? Where? Anyways, I'm gonna go back to the title. That sounds so annoying. You can do a quick race, a time trial, a world tour, a start race. I don't know what the difference between quick race, start race is. World tour. Start race just jumps right in. This feels like a quick race. quick race. Okay, quick race. You pick the track at least. World Tour. Okay, this is the mode I care about. So you got to beat all of these. Let's try it. Last I checked on it, it didn't even have any other racers, and then I finally got it to add another car, and the way it did the perspective, it just shrunk the car as it got off in the distance, but it was always visible, and so even when I was like on a hill, I would just see a tiny little car, and like the perspective was all broke. But let's try it. Oh, I get to choose. Oh, you get to choose your tires. Okay, that is like Top Gear. Forecast favors dry tires. Very cool. My grip will be excellent. Difficulty, easy. Or tour pressure. Standing. I'm first of one. Does that mean no one else is in the standing? Need fourth or better to advance. Opening race bank points for the top 4 gates. After repairs, I'll have 800 credits. Next upgrade is 1,000. Shortfall 200. Okay, let's start this race. So there's no other cars yet, but I think when I start driving, rival close. Let me slow down. Rival close. 44 back. Like he was 1 meter back, and then he's like, that's so annoying. I gotta turn that off. Mute. Sorry. All right. Yeah, so like the CPU is completely broke, but it did add side stuff that like the perspective kind of works on. It's a little broken if I'm being honest. Oh, I missed it. There was a upgrade or money or cash or can hit a rock. You just go by the rock. You can't hit it. It's trying, right? But it's all straight lines, and the turning is just like crazy, stupid. It's bad. The car is ugly as heck. There's nitrous. Let's see if that works. Oh, and then just ends. Even though I actually went back in and I was like, that's not a race. You just end, and there's no turns. So it just dropped the ball on the most fundamental part of it, like making the race fun. And so what did I get? I got first place because there's no one else here, right? So like it's completely broke. Can I do an upgrade even? I don't know. Restart race, retire race, continue to garage. Upgrades. Buy street engine. Need 820 more credits. Back to garage. Repairs. Get full service and fix up my engine, tires, and body. Yeah, I'm really disappointed in this one. I might try to revive it, or I might just start over. I'm gonna go to the good game, the one that actually is working out pretty well, and then I'll go to the other one that kind of failed. But you can see my disappointment, right? You can't just let AI build the whole game from scratch without any oversight. With that said, this one's an interesting one. So Vibe Racer started out, I probably put, 2 streams, Friday and like a Sunday, maybe 4 hours each, maybe 8 hours even, of not, really focused vibe coding, but, something like 8 hours, okay, of prompting and testing and finding the fun. If you go back and watch that stream, the car was ugly as heck, but it was fun pretty fast. And then I let it run wild over the weekend and throughout the week, and I think this one's been like in the making for 2 weeks probably. And it added so many features to the point where I added a features list to highlight the features of this game got coded automatically into it. Instant arcade racing. Race directly from any shared URL. So that was my concept. My concept was I want to go to vibracer/randroid, and then you see my track and my music and maybe my car settings or something. Drive a fast, low poly 3D arcade car. And the car looks better than Vibe Gear, but it is low poly. Start every race, 3, 2, go, 1 countdown. So it's like these are not like back of the box like you would sell your game, but I left even the minor stuff just to show you that like time was put into doing this. This was actually something I iterated on for my phone. So sometimes I'll get on Claude Code on my phone just work off of a branch, and I wanted some kind of timer, and it suggested maybe doing the F1 style 5 lights or whatever. Didn't look good. So then I played around with it. And so that's like me handcrafting a little bit, but like it's such a minor part of the game. And then other stuff was just like straight up done by the bot. Loop laps forever and chase better times. That was a core concept I think I dictated. Restart a lap at any time, pause and resume mid-race, exit with a session summary. I did this one. I did not ask for. I think this one I did. This one just kind of intuitive. Custom URL tracks. Every URL can be its own track. That was my idea. Create a new track when URL has no track yet. That was my idea. Race the latest version of any track. Race older version of track. So I did actually tell it to keep versions of tracks. It actually hashes the entire track. So you can set high scores on older versions, or you can create a new version of someone else's track. It would get annoying if this was like popular and people could just come in and change your track, but you wouldn't lose anything. It would just be an older version you have to switch back to. Fork older versions into new edits, share tracks by sending the URL. I didn't ask for this. Well, I mean, I did ask, the URL, but like it actually has some challenge mode I'll show you, but it's you can have a friend try to beat your score and you like send them a URL. Anyways, start favorite track. Oh, star favorite tracks. Browse recent and existing tracks. Track editor. So I started out really small with this and it was kind of frustrating. You could see it in the last stream. You had to like click continuously to rotate of all these different angles of a track like 2 times over, and then it wasn't really, it was intuitive, but it wasn't like well put together or whatever. And so then I did vibe some stuff from my phone after that where I'm like, fix this annoying little thing about it, make this easier, and then rethink the design for this, and I had some issues with the UI, whatever. And so I did a lot of that, and then there's a lot I didn't do. I just said, you know what, now add in the S curves, now add in like the crazy sweeping, like go add a bunch more. And then I didn't even play it. Actually, another friend of mine told me there was a bug where his track wasn't rendering. It's because he uses S curves, and there was like a fundamental issue with it rendering S curves. Anyways, it's this math problem, but I just threw Claude at it and it fixed it. But I never even tried to build a crazy app or a crazy track. But I told it to add the feature. Place wide sweeping turns, rotate track pieces, undo, redo is something I asked for specifically. Pan and zoom around the editor, select rectangular groups of pieces, move selected pieces, rotate selected pieces, flip selected horizontally and vertical, apply starter track templates, set custom checkpoint locations. Something I asked for. It starts out with like 30 checkpoints or something crazy, and they were invisible. So that came out of our design work up front, where we were talking about let's make it so it's not super easy to hack high scores. And so the solution that we came up with was a checkpoint system where you can't skip any corners and stuff like that. Adjust checkpoint count, pick a track biome. Oh yeah, I told it. Did I tell it to do that? I definitely wanted it. It might have just done it on its own, but it's got like snow and stuff, desert. No, I did tell it because I told it mountain, beach. I don't know, I forget the 4 or 5 I named. At decorative props, I asked for that. Save validated closed loop tracks. Yeah, I wanted to make sure the tracks were valid, but I'm actually thinking of adding a feature. Somebody asked for shortcuts, and I was thinking, what if we just allow like city building? You could just make a street racer that has crazy alternative routes or something. Right now it's a closed loop, but yeah, maybe we do something like that. Version track updates, track themes, race in classic forest setting, race in snow, desert, race on beach theme tracks, race in mountain scenery, race in city scenery, add trees, rocks, cacti, palms, buildings, snow piles, pines, toggle scenery visibility, show red and white curbs on corners. Didn't ask for that. Love it though. It's amazing. It looks great. Toggle curbs on and off. The customization that you can do is mind-blowing. Weather and lighting, choose noon lighting, morning, sunset, night, clear, cloudy, and it actually looks good. Fog looks good. Rain, snow, see falling rain particles. I think that's weird that I put it separate, but I think there was a bug where it was just like static rain. It wasn't falling, and so I told it to fix it. That's probably why it's here twice. Let track creators define the intended mood, respect or override a track creator's mood, enable time of day cycling. camera views. So this is me. I actually had, let's see if I can find it. I've been playing a lot of Forza Horizon, and they have specific camera angles like dash cam, chase cam, far chase cam. So I was like, I want all the modes from Horizon. And I used Claude Desktop, which does artifacts. That's one way to get, like, they're not images, but they're drawings, they're diagrams. And so I asked it to create a diagram. Here it is. This is awesome. Look at this. This is just like how you can use different tools, right? I said, do a quick rendering of the different available camera positions in Horizon 5 to diagram their respective differences between chase far, chase close, hood, cockpit, etc. Those are the ones I could remember, I think. And it found them all. Chase far, angles back here, chase close. This is the one I use in Forza. Cockpit, dashboard, hood, and bumper. And then I gave that to Codex or Claude Code and did the rest. There's a rear view mirror. Didn't ask for it, but I love it. Driving and handling. Okay, arcade card physics. It just got this, like, it's not like perfect, especially mobile controls are really hard, but I was having so much fun with this, with a simple loop track, like the first day, within the first few hours or whatever of coding this thing. It was just with keyboard, just right turns and gas, and you let off the gas on the corners, and like it's like go-karting. And it was really fun at first. But then it also decided to like add more physics, like 4-point, tires actually touching, and it still was fine. Like, honestly, I thought it would break it. Like, it would get too overcomplicated. But then on the phone, which really drove this feature, I would just be off the track on every corner, and just like I couldn't get it right. And so even though it added like sensitivity, like you could say like do like less less sensitive steering at high speed versus low speed. You could adjust all that. I added that, asked for the tuning basically. And the original idea, if you go back and watch the original design of this thing, was like it would be a dev tool. Like we would only be able to do that because then people would cheat and they would like make the most optimal car and set like unreasonable times. But it's actually a freaking feature, right? It's like, and I think it eventually added like being able to share your setup and stuff too. So anyone could make that setup, and everyone's going to have different setups that they prefer. And then on mobile, it started with 2 joysticks, and it wasn't clicking. It was like too hard. It wasn't working at all. So then switched to a 1 thumbstick system, and it's a lot closer. It's playable, but it's not as fun as the keyboard. It's not as, the precision's just not there. And if I think you probably could get good at it, and then it'd be just as fun or close to. Anyways, but still, you have to tune it for tracks, certain tracks or whatever. And so just like how I did a demo mode in some other games to like work out the fun or the mechanics of, in the case of like 3D models, I was working out the different T poses and stuff, and like how I had Claude create an abstraction around body movement. So like, left arm up, right, is actually a bunch of vertices and stuff, like in this elbow, like in the left hands and the right hands are reversed, and so it was having a really hard time posing the 3D model until I had it like just go limb by limb and create all the different poses I want, and then add an abstraction on top of it. So then later it could just say something as simply as like left arm forward, and it could do it, right? Regardless, or that aside, I wanted something like that for tuning, something where you do a lap, just like a quick, simple lap with a couple turns or whatever, and then it asks you a series of questions at the end. How was this aspect of the drive? How was this? How was that? And then you grade it, and on the Likert scale, and it uses that to recommend tunings. And I was like, I wonder if Claude could do that. that's in the game. It freaking works. I don't think I've ever found the like most optimal tuning. I'll show it to you. It's pretty cool. I wanted manual from the beginning. I used manual in Forza, and it was there, but it buried in the options, and it wasn't. I don't know. I couldn't find it or whatever. And then someone else on the Discord, shout out to the Discord. Anybody who wants to join, let me know. Or I mean, it's public. I just never know the name. I never remember the name of it. It's randroidsdojo or something. I can find the link. Put it on the screen here. No, for reals. Like and subscribe on YouTube because I've stalled out on subscribers. Twitch too is fine, but really trying to get the subs up on YouTube. But yeah, come join the Discord. It's cool. I was getting a lot of feedback on the game, and someone was like, "You should add manual transmission," and I was like, "It's in there," and so I tweaked that a bit to be more visible, and it's fun, but it's too hard on mobile. Most of the time I'm playing on mobile because I'm not at my desk, vibing this. But I'm gonna try it with keyboard today. Manual transmission, that is. Wheel road contact. That's the physics change I was talking about. Off track slowdown, handbrake slides. I don't know. Maybe on keyboard this is possible. I don't know how to do this on. I mean, you have to like drag down real quick on mobile. Speed sensitive steering, tune car handle setup. Okay. Controls, keyboard, touch, gamepad. A friend of mine was playing on his 360 controller, he said, and so I'm like, oh, I didn't even know those work, but apparently they were working, but you couldn't navigate the menus or something. I forget what was wrong with it. And so I had have I played Hotline Miami? No, I feel like that's not the skating one. Now, what is Hotline Miami? Now I'm interested. Got me all distracted. Love it. Oh, that's cool styling. Oh, is it a shooter? What is it? I don't even know what it is. Surrealist video game that dives into the mind of an assassin living with the neon gloss of the late 1980s in Miami. Vice City is my favorite. Grand Theft Auto. Where's the gameplay? I feel like this is looping the same thing. I like the style. Is it fun? Is it addictive? I'm working on a game similar to it and making shorts about it and game tips on YouTube. Oh, that's awesome. Send your YouTube. I'll check it out. If you like my channel, I'll like yours. I need to get to if I can get to 365. Oh, I got 2 subscribers. Thank you guys. I was at 363 for like 2 weeks. But yeah, check it out. It's this one. I'm working again, but Hotline Miami has a second one. Hotline Miami 2. Speaking of Miami, F1's in Miami tomorrow. Who's gonna watch the race? Oh yeah, okay. PS4. Okay, this has been out for a bit. I love the art. This reminds me of my friend, my editor actually, Santiago. Is like art. I don't know. It looks really, really cool. That's awesome. Wrong number. I want to see some images. There we go. It's all top down, like old school GTA, like GTA 2, GTA 1. This reminds me of my senior project in school. It's not the same at all, but I made a game and I can't find the dang YouTube video anywhere. It's called, let me see if I can find it. These live streams are so chaotic. Make it consistent in post, Santi. You said here it is, but I didn't actually get the link. I don't know if it blocked you. Maybe spell it out or something. Let me see if I can find this game. My senior project is so bad, but it was a top-down road trip game where you sold drugs and stuff. Oh wow, Santiago. Oh, I think we tried to remake this in 2011 called Crooks's Road Trip. Oh no, that is the name of it. Okay. 2011. Yeah, 2011. Okay. That was my senior project. So I don't have a video of it, I don't think, but I found this image. This was my senior project. You can't really see, but like you could shoot. You can pick up guns and shoot out the window. Um, you were trying to drive from New York to LA, I think, so miles to LA. The cash you have, vehicles, health, herb bags, pill bottles, powder baggies, missions. What's funny is like this. I could have been the guy who made what was that big Steam hit that came out last year, the drug dealer game. It's not letting you send it. Join the Discord. Send it over the Discord. We need more people in there, game devs and stuff. Definitely join. I'll give you the link. But yeah, we play each other's games, give feedback. Would love to have you in there. It's randroidsdojo. I always forget how to send the link. Where is it? Oh, plus invite to server. There you go. Yeah, please join. Join, and then you are on YouTube. Perfect. So yeah, subscribe on YouTube. Send me it. I'll subscribe to yours, and I'll follow you and whatnot. But yeah, let's get a community going. I'll join someone's community. Anyways, I don't care. But like, yeah, I want to go all in on this stuff. All right, let's get back on track. I'm so distracted, but I love talking to people. So keep hopping in, saying stuff. All right, let's play the game, guys. Like, this feature list legit goes on forever. Like, I'm not joking. This thing added, and it's got style. Like, I love the fake 3D of it, and having the track on the start screen. I didn't even think of that, but it did it. This daily streak, I don't know if this is working or why I need it, and what a race calendar. 1 race day, 1% of last 12 weeks. Like, what am I supposed to just fill it every square? I don't actually know what any of that is. Oops, what did I click? You can type any track name you want. So right now in the chat we have squirrel. So squirrel. We can make. Oh, you can't hear me? Can you hear me now? Can people not hear me this whole time? Oh no, I hear myself. Okay, cool. Well, let me turn on the audio. Can you hear me now with the sound? Okay. I was probably mumbling. It was kind of whispering. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. I'm just a whisperer, a mumbler. I need to fix that. All right, so Squirrel doesn't have a track yet. Do you want to create one? Yes. All right, Squirrel. I think you're on YouTube, so there might be like a delay. Actually, I think I fixed that. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, it's delayed. I can see myself counting. Right about. It's coming up. Oh, I was talking about your channel. Yeah, send me the link on Discord, and I'll subscribe and test out your game, and you test out mine. And there's a couple other people in the chat making games in the Discord. So check out the Discord, send me the channel. But Squirrel, let's make you a map. First off, we got trees, rock, checkpoint, sure, set a start. We got templates, so you can start from one of these. Advanced, so advanced track biome, that's what I was looking for. So you want snow, desert, beach, mountain, city. I don't think I've done anything in the city yet. Does that actually change anything? Oh, buildings, cool. So yeah, I can place the start. We do a long start. Yeah, what do you like, Squirrel? Long runs, curves. I'm not a big fan of the curves personally. Loop-de-loops. No, I was thinking about doing like a Hot Wheels style, like actually like get some air, and then rotate. If you click again, it's very intuitive now because you can select your piece instead of having to click through to get the different pieces. Let's put a rock here. What happens if I put a rock on? Okay, I can't do that. Put a tree back here. I want a building. Put a building by the start. what time it gave. Oh, it's a racing game. I still haven't showed it. Just keep talking about it. You can't see? Oh my god, this whole time I wasn't sharing my screen. Dummy. I would have went another 2 hours not sharing my screen. That's hilarious. Not hilarious. That's annoying. Ugh. I gotta go like add a bunch of video. Okay, so I just wasted 2 hours. They aren't getting any clips out of that. Santiago, can you go get some video recordings? Oh man, so I talk a lot, but that must have been extra painful not even being able to see what I was doing this whole time. All right, I'm just gonna finish this track and then we'll play it and you can give me feedback on how you want to change it. That's so funny. So you guys didn't see how bad the other game was. I'll go back and show you. But the main point was that one added a ton of features, never found the fun. And I think part of the difference is that this one was fun when I was still doing the live stream for it. I was like prompting live and it was fun. The other one, I do not like this view. And why is it dark? Oh, sorry. My keyboard is restart. Okay, that's right. Like, keys are not traditional. I usually use arrow. I wonder if WASD is set up. Okay, it is. Alright, I'm gonna use WASD. Ooh. So this one's at night. I picked city. I don't remember actually picking night. I might have like a... By the way, that vehicle sound is kind of annoying, right? But like it goes with the engine. And you can do, see, I told you I don't like it. I don't like these curves. Not really focused. Can you make it have some places where you need to drift? Yeah, let's try it. Edit track. It's like a really long corner, right? A wide corner. Okay, let's see if we can do that. What would that take? So here's our options. A sweeping turn, but I feel like that's just gonna end, right? Like that's too tight of a turn. So maybe one of these instead. Yeah, I know what you mean. Let me get rid of these. I'm just gonna go make it simple. We're gonna go straight into a big turn. All right, and then like that. Would you drift that? Can you drift that? That's like an S turn, right? How would I make that a drift? What would that do? I don't think that's gonna work, but let's try it. Why is it daytime and then all of a sudden nighttime? I'm gonna figure that out. Yeah, that's not really a drift. I didn't. Wider. Okay, let's see if we can make it wider. So we have to go out to the left maybe with these pieces. Like, would I have to do this? And then like what? Keep going. This isn't gonna work. Sorry. You know what's funny is like I'm terrible at like shapes. Like I can't put together IKEA furniture or anything. Like I can't. Like my brain just doesn't. I can't picture it. I guess I'm going left and then we'll loop back around. I feel like we're missing a piece type. What kind of piece would have actually worked really well here? I feel like it's still going out, right? Do I have to go up? I have to go straight? No, that's not even gonna work. How do I get back? So that doesn't even connect. Yeah, that's not gonna work. How do I get this thing to be wider? Am I crazy? Because if I do a turn here, that's too sharp. Right, you can't just keep turning. You can't go straight. Yeah, how do you do that? Can you see a way to do it? I don't actually know how to do it. I think I'm either just really dumb at shapes, or is there a way to make it 2 car widths wide? Oh, I see what you're saying. We can add that real quick. We can try to add that. That'd be cool. But no, there isn't a way. That's what I was saying earlier. I don't know if you're here for that, but like somebody suggested shortcuts, and I was like, well, it has to be a closed loop. Like it won't even let me save this right now because it's not a closed loop, and I can't make like extreme. Maybe I can. I haven't tried to like leave an extra piece on the side, but there's no way to get to another piece or whatever. Like I could just leave that piece there, I guess. Let's see. All right, yeah, if I just leave these pieces, no, I can't do it, right? I have to actually, I think I have to delete them. Yeah, now I can save it. What engine is this? It's 3JS, I think. It's just a open source web thing. Oh. Well, that was sick. Okay, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I kind of like this track actually. as bad as I was making it, I kind of like this. There's one problem on long straights is that you can't perfectly straighten out. I took that too tight. All right, I just set the new record on your lap, Squirrel. So you have to go beat that. I don't know what this version code is all about. Oh, that's the track. So it should be the latest track though. I bet if I got rid of that, it should just be that track. That blue line is the racing line. That car in front is my ghost of the time I just set. Why are there all of a sudden there's oh no, cones? So does it just auto show up on turns? I don't remember that. So yeah, it's got a racing line on it. Where's my buildings? Didn't I add some buildings? Keep taking those too tight. Are those buildings on the side? Those are horrible. But yeah, I guess technically I can cut, but there's those flags that are everywhere. There's like too many by default, but those are checkpoints. So if I like do this, it's not going to count as a valid race time. So it just starts over, I think, because I crossed. But yeah, it's got drift here. I don't actually. I could just do like a circle. I mean, it's not as fun. Oh wow. So these are where I was losing time. I didn't know it broke down like this. I have this for the tuning. I didn't know it was on the race summary as well. That's cool. Can share this session. I don't even know if that works. Could not share. Okay, so that's broken. Oh, it's trying to bring up the share on my Mac. I think this works on mobile. One thing I wanted though, I want to show you Tuning Lab. So keyboard, not touch. So you can like label it for different types of track, but let's just say twisty because I want to make like more drifting. Oh wait, no, this is tuning. All right, so I'm actually staying on the track. Okay, there I went off, but why? Why did I go off? Could you see what I did wrong? So here, right, I went off. You can look at the track and see where, like, this is pretty damn full featured, right? This stuff, though, I did from my phone. I told it I wanted this view, you know? Whereas, okay, let me go back and show you guys since you didn't see earlier, but the game I was talking about before that has 162 PRs and had researched for an hour to make the game design doc and all that stuff came out just garbage, like not fun at all, even though it has all these features. Like, look at this thing. It's freaking ugly. It's not fun. Oh, whoa. It's the first time I ever saw another car. So something's going on there. I can't drive. So rival close, and then maybe they are behind me now. I don't know what that yellow dot was. That's really annoying, like right in your face, right? And this one, but it doesn't have any turns. It's just elevation. Things that pop up on the side of the road are not quite right perspective-wise. You can't actually hit them. Well, it kind of looked like I hit it, but that's just it driving, or you driving by it. Yeah, it's... Bro, add 3D models, and if car goes outside the road, it should show crash or, again, put on the road. This one, I could totally see that. This other one, check this out. So you have full control over your tuning, including how it handles on off track. So if you want to make a track that penalizes you, I mean, it won't kill you or restart you. I can add that feature though. That's a good idea. Like make that a track option. But if you want to be more forgiving on off track, you can do that. So this is the tuning survey that happens after my little quick lap there. So I don't actually know why I missed these corners. Let's see. I was probably going, this is speed. Wait, is that slow? 26? No, it's fast. Okay, so where did I go off? Here. This means I went off. So I went wide. It didn't turn sharp enough at high speeds, I'm guessing. Let's say that. So top speed on the long straight on the long straight, it felt, I don't know, fine, 3. You don't have to say 3 because 3 doesn't change anything. Pickup, acceleration off the line, fine. Braking, I didn't brake. Low speed turn, I don't know, but I think high speed turn was understeery. So if I'm going to go extreme. I'll do a 1 here. Coast when I let off the throttle of the car. I think it's fine. Off track. Let's bring down the off track penalty. And this recommends I move the steering rate up, off track down, off. You know what I mean? So it recommends. So I can drive again with these params, save anyway and exit. I want to drive with these. I don't know what happened to the car sound on tuning, but oh no. So was I right about the off-track thing? See, this is a little better than that last one. Yeah, that is better. But I wasn't paying enough attention, so I could discard the run. But I think I think there's a bug. So if I go back here, I think I lose my tuning. So annoying. Okay, yeah, I need to fix that. Dang it, yeah, I gotta fix that to discard. I thought I did. Cool, okay. But yeah, let me see if it's still there. I don't think it's still there. I think the penalty for going off track is still really bad. Let me just change it manually. If I go back, how do I get out of here? Start tuning. Again, I guess we're a Next.js app, so technically I could just go back. If I go into my settings, I can change this. Where is it? Vehicle. Oh yeah, there's headlights at night. Brake lights are pretty cool actually. These numbers suck. I'm gonna turn my number off. Change the color of my car to, I don't know, lime. World. Let's stick with night. Actually, let's do dusk. Let's make it a little foggy. Camera. I don't like the camera. It's too low. I don't know which one I'm on, but okay. So I wasn't on far chase. Far chase is the one I usually like. There's the HUD, drift score, leaderboard rank. Yeah, I want all that. The ghost car. I want the ghost car. I want it to be the top time. Turn off the nameplate. It gets in the way. Show live gap. I want the racing line. Effects, skid marks, tire smoke, curbs, and then tuning. We could go open the tuning. Do I have to open it? I guess I have to. Okay, all right. Hopefully it saves this time. Wait, recent changes. Okay, so maybe it did save, but then it says no change. Can I just manually tune? Get import. I thought there was a manual tuning option. Maybe it's not until you do one of these. Oh wow, I don't know if I like this new perspective. I thought this is the perspective I like, but now it's like too high, right? Look at the headlights though. That's cool. All right. I don't honestly know. Oh yeah, so it doesn't let me manually tune anymore. Am I crazy? I thought I saw tuning somewhere. Let me see what save and exit does. Yeah, so I'd have to name it to save it. That's annoying. Okay, hold on. I'll actually try this one. Okay, so I didn't turn fast enough because I couldn't see because the finish line was in this perspective was throwing me off. There's something wrong with the tuning too. I kind of want to just go again. Just can you just go again? All right. Oh, there is a restart. Okay, let's work on this first turn. I just can't do it with this camera angle, but I think I gotta turn like now. Yeah, and then that overturned. So what would you say? If I let up, it's fine. So it's just driver error. I let up there. Okay, that's it's also driver error, but maybe it should have turned sharper at top speed. So top speed on long straight felt too slow. And then let's just see. And then I want to do the off track penalty thing. And then I want to save and exit because I'm worried I'm going to lose it. I don't care what I name it. Search by name. Apply to next race. Okay. So now let's see if that tuning actually saves. Let's play Your Mom. Oh, it's backwards. I forgot I turned this one around. So that off track feels pretty bad, pretty damning, right? Like, I guess it is better. It is less. Wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. Okay, let me see if I can. Couple things. I got to fix that view. I'm not loving it. Where was that? Problem is there's so many settings. I don't know where anything is. I think it's too high, but the other one was too low. So what do I even want? We'll try this one. Oh, I can just adjust it myself. This is what I was thinking when I was thinking there was manual tuning. I saw this. Maybe what I want, actually, I just realized I could do chase far and then lower it because I think it's just too high. Let's see what that looks like. And then restart, please. Is that better? At least the finish line's not in the way. Now I'm too far. Yeah, I don't think I like far. Far just like is too far removed from the action. I don't know when to turn. Camera, sorry. Distance. What does look ahead mean in this case? Okay, this feels better. Still can't make that turn with full gas, so I think I have to ease off. The question is where. It's like go-karting, right? You want to come wide into the corner, into the apex. Oh man, that's terrible. But this is what I'm talking about. It's like more, it's fun, right? Like there's like something to this. Oh, that was good. That would have been good. All right. But yeah, you guys should check out Your Mom. See if you can set a high score there. You know what? There's some features that haven't been merged or something because there's this. What's happening right now? I don't know if you can hear it, but whenever you're off track, the off track sound plays nonstop. I for sure told Claude to fix that one. I wonder if it just got stuck on my phone. Let me go pull it up so I can actually get to Claude Code from the desktop app and see. Now the last session was the title is still overflowing, and that got merged. So I don't know. I don't know what happened to that bug, but we can add some features. Anything else you guys want to see before we go and change it? I skimmed through the settings, but you can do a ton of stuff here. Oh, the noise. So like I said, it's still kind of annoying at full volume, but you can give it a different sound. I know what I forgot to show you guys. The sound editor, the music editor. We're gonna definitely do that, but I want to show you the other. Might have to turn it up just a bit so you can really hear it. So here's the electric. It's not electric so much it is alien or the problem is the electric sounded too much like one of the other ones, so I was like, no, make it really weird. Now it's like, what instrument is that? You guys know what I'm talking about? Come on, if I can make that last turn. Alright, sorry, I just gotta start right spot. I know I can get faster. Okay, let me show you. We talked about edit track. Oh, we need more track pieces, so put that on the to-do list of features, right? We're gonna make Squirrel's favorite track with longer turns and wider track pieces. All right, so music is what I wanted to show you guys. So under audio is there, so default track, and then someone made a track, probably me, for this other start is just another track name /start. So I could show you the difference. Let me turn down this and I'll turn up the volume on the music. Do you hear it? Let me go even crazier. Let me just turn off the engine so you can only hear. What about sound effects? Okay, yeah, turn off all sound effects so you can just hear the music. You guys hear that? So this one actually kind of has a beat to it, even when I'm not moving. And has that kind of at the end. That's kind of nice. And then it actually changes as you speed up and slow down, which I thought was cool, but probably annoying. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that annoying? Feels a little annoying, right? I know, it's kind of nice too when you get in a rhythm. You just want to keep going in circles. It's like good, it's kind of feedback, right? Like without the engine noise especially, it's kind of feedback that you went off-road, you know? Speaking of feedback, there's supposed to be rumble vibrations, but I haven't played with a controller yet. But yeah, like that's not bad. I kind of like that. So how did I make that? I did it for my phone. Edit track and then edit music. It's one way to get there. Wow. So I just did this today. That's cool. Or last night I said I'm tired of just being a bunch of knobs and stuff. I wanted to be more like, but just like do something more visual for music creation. And so look what it did. It did vibe, gritty, thrash, energy 61, mood 13. So you can actually change the sunlit drift. That's pretty cool. Let's see if it actually like has a, let's do neon rush. Okay, there you go for your Miami game. What was it called? Your mom music. Save as my override, save as track default. All right, we're gonna do that. Replace track default. But yeah, you can actually set like where the notes go, the different instruments or sound effects. I don't know what you call these in music. Different waves. Drums. Ooh, a finished stinger. Let's add that. I know nothing about music. Tempo low, tempo high, per lap key change. Ooh, that's cool. Can we do that? Off track scale, pentatonic. And I gotta save that again. Save. Okay, I have no idea if what I did was 4 bars. Oh, I can play it. Good. That's awesome. Where are the bars? I don't see the bar. I don't know what that's doing. It doesn't seem like it's just looping anyways. What's auto sweep? Oh. I see. Sim lap. Oh, I can change the lap because that has an effect, right? Oh, that's kind of cool. All right, let's try off-road. Not much change on off-road. What did we say for off-road down here? There was an option we clicked, right? If I just unclick some of these, when will you start to notice? I don't know. This could be a game on its own. This is kind of cool. Audition, solo, mute. What if I change this to a sign? Okay, snares. Okay, turn the hat and kick off. That's pretty cool. Add it back. Just a little kick. Get the hat in there. Add the snare back. Let's change the scale. Oh, that's what off track was. Okay, now I hear it. I think this one was the best. Off track duck. Okay, so if you go off track, it lowers the music. That's cool. Finish stinger. I don't know what this is. Let's try removing everything but the stinger. Let's isolate that guy. Change the volume and the oct. What is that again? Oct. Where's that bass coming? Or where's that under? Is that the stinger? All right, so what's left? Oh, it's just these guys. Cool. Okay, so you can like start with nothing. I think this is pretty cool. I know it's a racing game, but one of the best things about Top Gear 2 is the music. I don't know what audition is supposed to be doing. Off audition. I don't know. Maybe because I'm playing. I don't know what audition means. Oh, solo. Okay, let's see what that does. If I can get it. Wait, that's not doing anything. What changed? Does the triangle not work? Let's start at the top. Oh, I forgot you can do a seed word. Let me show you that in a second. Sawtooth. Okay, so that one works. What if I change it to triangle? Or triangle here. It's just really low. Okay, technically it works. Okay, so this is bass, melody, counter, ARP. I guess I don't know what ARP is. Counter. Yeah, I don't know what a counter is. I guess it's supposed to silence one of these other ones. Probably. All right. I can play with this all day. Let me show you the seed word. So the idea here is that you could say something like vibe, and then in theory, you would get the same seeded, like the same random track every time. But let me see if that's true. If I do randroid roll. Okay, the re-rolls, it is different every time. So maybe, what does it keep the same then? Because it's definitely changing things. Min voicing, groove, harmony. So this is moving every time too? Yes, then I don't know what the seed does. I mean, couldn't I just hit roll? Then I don't even need a word. Oh, it's rolling. It added a word. I don't know how it's using the word. I had an idea in my head, but I don't know if it actually is using it for anything that makes sense. Again, what if I change the mood? This is like Zelda. That's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to keep that for your mom. That's the new Your Mom soundtrack. Wait, where is it? Am I overwriting it? Default track. Am I not on Your Mom? I must not be on that. Oh, I'm not. I'm on this. No, is this Your Mom? Your Mom used to be a really long straight. I don't know. This is Your Mom though, because we were playing it the whole time. Whatever. I don't know. Maybe I don't like it. All right, like I said, I get distracted, but That's pretty cool. What is race? Oh my gosh, I didn't even know this was in there. So apparently I've achieved stuff. Look at this. Wow. My next goal, best 1 of 3 for a hat trick. A variety pack, 3 out of 5. Track veteran, 30 or get 50 laps on a track. Probably getting pretty close with your mom. Sub 20, complete a lap in under 20 seconds. So some of these you could just cheat, literally on your mom, which is really small. Lap, this one's about speed. This one's about discovery. What? That's the crazy how these got tagged at mastery. Build a complete optimal lap on any track. Progression, local hero. Set your personal best on any track. Have I not done that? Maybe I have to go to a brand new track for that to work. Let's go to... We lost Squirrel. Anyone else here? Ritesh. Okay, Ritesh, you're getting your own. Create new track. I'm just gonna pull something off the shelf. Template. Why do these always default to fog? Did I I must have overrode that. Yeah, I think this is my dusk at fog with, yeah, this is just me. Terrible. Did I set a personal best? New record. All right, that's probably the best I'm going to get. Projected. Oh, that's cool. Versus personal best, I'm down 5 seconds. Versus the record, this is the same thing. And then drift, just on the turn. I wonder what that gets me. Probably just achievements and stuff like that. I wonder if there's anything on the leaderboards about drifting. Where is the leaderboards? It feels like we're hiding it. HUD, ghost. World camera. Yeah, let me fix this. We'll go noon. Cycle the sky through noon, morning. Oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe I'll keep that on. Let's go clear. Actually, let's try snow. You can respect the track's mood if you want. Where's leaderboards? There's the snow. I love this game. New record. What's my new record? Best lap, 25. Best all, 115. What does that even mean? All right, if I go back, I probably see the leaderboard, right? Where you lost time, race again, session matched your best, because it's the only one I had. Wobbly consistency. There's no leaderboard. All right, so this is my personal best, but lifetime stats, trophy case, tuning lab, settings, feature list, how to play. I didn't even know this was in here. I guess I didn't show you guys manual. Let's turn that on real quick. trying to think if there's any other features I skipped over. Controls, we can go manual. And then to shift, it's QE. Okay. It seems like that's going to be hard to do when I'm driving with WASD, but let's try it. Let's try Santi's map. All right. It just kind of, the shifting kind of is like, what's the word? So I'm in 5th gear right now. Yeah, it's definitely not the right controls for shifting. But yeah, I'm like going really slow in 2nd gear, and then 3rd, 4th, and so I mean I can still let off to slow down, but what if I actually go down a gear for the turn and then go up on this straight? See, I can't even hit it. Yeah, I think I need a controller to do shifting properly, or just better keyboard mappings. Oh, I can click. That's funny. This actually works. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's only supposed to be there on mobile, but it's kind of nice. And I'm not looking at it though. Oh, and then the rear view mirror. I totally forgot about that. There's just features galore. So like this one came out really good, and I think we can make it even more fun. We could probably cut features. Like it's a little all over the place, but it's a game. This is not a game. It's buggy. It's all right. I don't even know what that does. It's ugly. It doesn't have any turns, which seems obvious. Like the hill effect is kind of cool, but then I guess the sky drops out. But I guess Top Gear might have had something similar here with this. I don't know. Is this supposed to be a rear view mirror? I don't know what that is. The signs are just like way out of proportion. Yeah, I think, and it's too far gone, you know, like this is a week worth of the bot just coding itself. So I think I'd rather honestly start over and just, I rather, you know what I want to do? I want to add a mode to Vibe Racer. Because we saw this, right? Like race. Oh, there's the leaderboards. I forgot I put them under that new label. That's a terrible name because I think race means like start a race or something. Whatever. Yeah, here's the leaderboards. Oh, cool. Who's Hal? Oh, it's stock. Okay. Is that what's the movie? Oh my god. I'm tired. What's the name of that movie? Hal? I can't open the pod bay doors. Somebody watching this is screaming at their screen. So if I wasn't sharing my screen earlier, did you guys not see my senior project? Where was that? This is what I was saying, the Hotline Miami kind of, it's just because it's top down, nothing else. But yeah, this is, you take a road trip from New York to LA, and you try to buy drugs at one exit for cheap and sell at another exit for profit. And there's a respect and independence. There's emissions, and then you can shoot other cars. Yeah, it was pretty bad, but maybe I'll remake it. I was trying to think of the game. Schedule 1? Yeah, that's the game I was thinking of on Steam. Schedule 1 reminded me of that. I could have made the Schedule 1 game if I would have stuck with it. All right, so leaderboards are there. You can edit the latest track, make your own. You can take someone else's track and update it. What else is in race? Laps. Okay, so that just tells me my session times. Personal best history today. I do wish there was a back button, or maybe this close does. Oh wait, is there a close? No, there's a back here. Stats. Yeah, that back doesn't. It should go here, not to the main menu. That's annoying. Put it down. Put it down as a bug. We can fix it. Stats. I already clicked, and now I gotta go back again. Achievements. We already did those. How to play photo mode. Did that actually work? Huh. Here you go. Oh, I can't give it to you. I tried to drag it into Twitch. But yeah, it did take a photo. Interesting. Photo mode. Cool. What else? else is in there? Share track and star track. So I definitely want to star it. I don't know why challenge friend doesn't come up. And this is broke on desktop. Maybe because I don't have any friends. Was that it? Well, I feel like I keep forgetting, but I feel like, okay, I showed you the manual transmission, showed you the music editor. Oh, I went in here because I thought there was I don't know where I saw that, but like when I came here, I thought this was like race, a world tour or race. That's what I was trying to say. Like I could build Top Gear style racing into Vibe Racer. But yeah, this whole concept of a world tour, and you gotta do upgrades. So like you race for cash, and every race you pick what tires based on the weather, and you spend money on fuel and repairs. If you go off road, you need to repair your vehicle. And then yeah, you go through all of these different tracks. So like the idea is good. I mean, it's a freaking game already on the SNES. But my point is, if I can do that like loop of the upgrade loop, and like you're trying to beat the world tour, and we have actual AI that you're racing against, like, but I use the mechanics and the style of Vibe Racer, it might be a better foundation than whatever this ended up being. I don't even know how to get out of here. Again, back button. Back to title. Should click that next time we see it. There we go. World Tour, time trial, quick race, practice, daily challenge. Like what is the challenge? I don't even know how to use my nitro. All right, here's the challenge. I'm going 100 km per hour. G5 60%. Is that gas? What is that? I don't know. Damage 81, 82, 93. And then I die because my damage hit, like, what happened? First of one. It's like, it's just not complete. It's not a congruent game yet. Like, it's not, there's no game loop. And so it just built all these features, and they don't. Yeah, anyways, made me mad. Anyways, I gotta stop saying that. All right, Vibe Racer, that's a thumbs up. Play right now. It's on my website. And then these ones I'll put up there, but I'm not proud of them. Here's the other one. Okay, so I'll talk about this one, and then I'll probably call it. What was the idea here? Well, I watched a YouTube short of someone talking about how they did the art of some AI voice that just like, I think it was AI, that was explaining the art style of this game. So if you haven't heard of it or seen it, it's Mouse PI for Hire is the old school Mickey Mouse rubber hose style animation. And it's actually a 3D world. It's a first person shooter. And the short I saw was talking about how it was hand drawn. All the players, all the characters you see are flat billboard style 3D objects, but flat in that you just see them from one perspective. But if you walk around them, so you saw there a little bit, he rotated around the character or whatever, then they have to draw the same flat character from a different perspective. And so there's a ton of variations of each character drawn, doing their animations at different angles or something like that. Well, that's total Doom right there. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that is Doom style enemies right there. It's funny. I showed this to my wife. I was like, oh, should I buy this? Looks cool. And then she's like, her first thought was like, oh, that's like that one game you played that one time. And the only thing, I forget what game she thought it was, but she just saw the gun and like first person shooter, and she's like, oh, it's like some random first person shooter I saw you play. I'm like, that's a genre. Like, look at the mouse on the screen. That's the cool different part. The guy, with a gun in a hand shooting is pretty common, but the style here is so cool. I heard mixed reviews about it not being as fun, or apparently like it doesn't have that not grit. It doesn't have that visceral like kickback of the gun, and like when you hit something, you don't feel like you're really shooting it. Like there's something lacking apparently, but everything else, I mean, just so original, even though it's a rip off of Mickey Mouse. So with that said, it's a long story to tell you. I saw that and I go, game idea, go make a Doom clone with flat art, billboard style art. And so again, this was a quick, not fully thought out idea. It wasn't go research for 5 hours and then make a game design doc, but it was more like, you know what I did? I gave the transcript of that short explaining how the art style, like how they built the art style, and I go see if you can do something similar. And so I gave it that, it came up with a plan, made that into game design doc, and then I wanted an endless one room shooter where it just generates enemies and you shoot them. And it came out so bad and broken, and then I vibed a bit more on it from my phone, like saying like, hey, this thing doesn't work, that doesn't work, whatever. I have not played it from desktop yet, so let's try it together. Okay, so it's functional on desktop, at least now. I can look around. Okay, it's legit. Can I shoot? All right, let's talk about not having kickback or like enough like damage. But is that gun just like, is that gun facing the wrong? I don't even, is that a gun? Like, what is that art? It's so bad. And then what is this, like a random black square? But yeah, this is the enemy, and he's always facing me, right? So that was the concept, to have an enemy that's always flat like that. Yeah, not thought through at all, but okay. And then he's dead. Cool. And then what? He had an arrow. What was the arrow? And this is supposed to be like endless. Like I was very clear that I wanted like an endless game mode, like Doom style, and then it just like put one character in the room. And then what's happening at the top? I can't point, but we got health, weapon, fire ready, ammo, fire recovering, ammo infinity, score 100, combo 0, kills 1, time, enemy grunt 0, hits 3, bucket 2 right, supplies ready. So and this thing is just moving back and forth, like, where's the supplies? How do I spawn another enemy? Where's the endless? And so this, call it a prompting error or whatever, but I wanted to try out the art style, and you see even the dead body faces me always, and then glitches. Yeah, I mean, I'll put it on the website, but it's like, I don't have any passion to like make this into anything, except maybe the concept of like a real Doom clone would be cool. Without, I don't even need a gimmick of the art style. I just want to make an actual fun, I don't know, maze that you can run through and just kill things and get some visceral reactions and shots and effects and stuff. Okay, so those are the 3 games that I worked on the last 2 weeks. I will put those 2 new ones on the website, but if you haven't seen, go out and check out randroid.dev, check out the YouTube channel. Please subscribe. We're trying to get to 500. Really appreciate you guys watching. Join the Discord if you have any feedback on the games. Most of my games actually have like a feedback button in them, so you can give me your feedback and we'll put an issue on the GitHub. If you want to use any of this code, it's all free on my GitHub, randroidsdojo. Fork it. Vibe Racer came out really well, and we did it. We started on the stream, and I actually said on the stream, and it's in the README, take my game design doc if you want, and go make it yourself with your own twist, or try a different game engine. So there's 3 3D stacks that you can try. 4 new ones that I have not tried or messed around with. I'm using 3JS, but try one of these, make your own variation, fork it. Like let's start sharing ideas and code and messing around with this stuff. Yeah, hop in the Discord, like, subscribe on the YouTube, And I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate you jumping in and chatting with me today, even though I wasn't sharing my screen for half of it. All right, we're going to take you out with some Top Gear music.